Oh, all right. There you go, new leader. Um, this right down here, there were hundreds of thousands of drop frames. So I decided to, since we're at 500 followers, I decided to give 500 followers. Well, I needed to fix that, so I restarted OBS. Catmore, are you there? Are you live? Guess what, Catboard? Catboard! In celebration of our 500th follower.
I mean, I built all of that. That was
We're gonna do something special. Catboard, are you there? Guess what, cat? You're moderator! You don't throw things at me. You don't throw things at your betters. I will kill you. I love you. Yeah, I did it before. I did this twice. you. You see, you're moderator now. You get to enforce your strange ideal on everyone else. No, don't do that. I think my internet's just being weird. I was noticing a really bad delay before I restarted. So. Yeah, let's get back to it. Welcome to the
Aside
moderator
from the Nintendo
family. You join your bufferins.
associate who has informed me about the Animal Crossing deal, as well as their lawyer, the lawyer in Nintendo of America, who I
The
will not
singular
reveal their
lawyer of
names.
Nintendo
You
America.
can quiet there.
He talks about an issue concerning the names of some of his characters.
I am working on the edits among the comics, with name changes of some of the characters, because some of them are based on real life, but most are not. And also, I had to talk with the lawyer and sort out which were
Which
were
were they
most
were
relative to Sancho himself and the franchise, as well as those are only relative to me and my person, and those that were not relative to either one. And, just let y'all see what I did with my Wiimote and Nunchuck. Look, Sonic colors. And I painted silver C's around the Wii. Make it more like Queek. And then, just keeping it CWC there. Okay, so enjoy. Continue to make Sonic and Rose Chew very popular and praise him very much. Then we can get the games made. Alright, that's about it for now. Have a good day.
Christian was told by Miyamoto and or Zilberstein that he was legally obliged to change the names of all the characters in his comics who were based on real people. He proceeded to go through the entire Sonichu back catalog, altering the names of people from his real life. Mary Lee Walsh, for instance, was reimagined as Sloweel Ryam and sometimes Sloweel the Witch, the names of whom being based on the reverse spelling of Mary Lee Walsh. Despite him manually altering all the instances of actual people being mentioned in his comic, he made no attempt at correcting the numerous spelling mistakes present throughout. Likewise, he was instructed to change his Curse-Ye-Hameha attack because the word curse was deemed too aggressive. Chris consequently changed it to a Shin-Ye-Hameha, which was likely to have been a reference to the anime series Excel Saga director's name, Shinichi Nabeshin Watanabe, and is a similar use of wordplay to the Nabehameha, which is the iteration used in Excel Saga. This ongoing relationship between Christian and Miyamoto came to be referred to by the trolls as the Miyamoto Saga. They began to apply this label to other past interactions with Chris and particular people, be they real or fake. For example, his relationship with Megan became known as the Megan Saga. His conflict with Stackhouse was the Adam Stackhouse Saga, and his failed romance with Blanca became the Blanca Saga. This categorization system became common practice with future trolling endeavors and important life events. On January 6th, the same troll who posed as Miyamoto and his lawyer assumed the identity of Greg Mays, a web designer working for Nintendo, and emailed Chris informing him that he had been assigned with the task of redesigning the Sonichu website in anticipation of Sonichu and Rosechew's incorporation into Animal Crossing. After a few exchanges, Christian gave Greg the administrative password to Sonichu.net, which was swiftly changed so Chris could not access it anymore. His other themed websites were also blocked. Mays claimed that lawyers representing Sega suspended the site due to a copyright conflict. Despite Mays denying it, Chris accused him of being a troll. Now listen, sir. I want you to restore all the files you've deleted from Sonichu.net, the Sonichu and Roastew fan site, Quick's Pokesite 2, and the other Quick sites that were on there, or I will have my lawyer, his people of Nintendo, and the people of Sega, even the power of Mr. Miyamoto himself, bring in a tracking team, track you down, and force you to restore Sonichu.net, and all with a cruel, beating up, terribly painful punishment. You do not want to remain on my bad side. My fangs are sharp, and I can thirst for blood, even though I am Cherokee, not a vampire. Greg Mays even showed Chris a mock-up of the proposed new design to prove that he was not a troll, only to be apparently fired by Nintendo. Look, thanks to a mistake on Sega's part, I've lost my job, and now I can't feed my kids for the next week. I offered to restore the site, but you wouldn't let me, so the client, you, has been lost, and my employer just fired me. I'm crying right now. Thanks. Christian made a video addressing the issue.
Unfortunately, due to a troll having found access to the database behind Sonichu.net, it is temporarily shut down, and I cannot change the password at the moment. But apparently the guy said that it can't fix it, so pretty much forced him to do it. So, Greg Mays at gmail.com with 3 G's in the Greg. If you do not re-upload Sonichu.net back to the way it was, I will come down at you with my boys from Nintendo and my lawyer man from Nintendo, Jay-Z. He gonna come down with his boys from Nintendo and the boys at Sega. They're gonna track you down.
He knows Nintendo.
We're gonna punish you for what you did if you don't bring my website back up to the way it was. Jay-Z, if you were the one of the trolls that wanted a response, you're getting it. So just listen to me, you jerk. Re-upload it, or we're gonna rain heckle on you, because I'm not afraid of...
Is it rain heckle on you?
Thanks.
Ah! Don't do that, a jump scare.
But I digress. Peace and love to all the rest of the loyal Sanchi and Roaster fans. Thank you for your patience.
You scared me.
Despite the troubles concerning his website, he continued to correspond with Shigeru Miyamoto, recounting the discussions he had with his parents. Mr. Miyamoto, my mother has given the issue much thought, and she feels that she should come with me to be my escort. Personally, I also would feel better and safer with her around. I'm sure you can understand, since upon my understanding based on your past story ideas with Pokemon at least, and Ash with his mother in the second and third movies, my mother and I felt the sense of those who worked on them had deep affections for their mothers as well. We were deeply moved.
Didn't he, like,
My father,
leave
who has
his
traveled
mom
with
at
General
age
Electric,
10?
says that Nintendo should pay for mine and my mother's tickets in advance.
And only
Then my
come
mother
back
and I
after
can
he,
pick them up at the airport.
attacked the
Please
Pokemon
let me know
League
swiftly if
with
it's
the
possible.
bomb.
Due to our financial situation
A-
and my
A-
father
A-
being
A-
a penny pincher, we need you to advance the tickets to me and my mother, please. Barbara herself contributed an email to Miyamoto. We apologize for any inconvenience. A rush request of this nature jams the thinking process and does not allow time for working out all details to travel from coast to coast and does not allow for necessary financial arrangements. We thank you for this opportunity and hopefully can come to the best solutions for all involved in this venture. Robert and Barbara, writer, have both had experience with big business with General Electric Company and Reynolds Metals. Of historic value to the computer world, Robert was in on the research and development from the beginning, and without his knowledge, NES might not have arrived so soon. We look forward to joining with you in this venture. Yours truly, Barbara Weston Chandler, mother. Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., father. After arranging a new date, Chris presented Zilberstein with new game ideas, talked about his vast game collection, and suggested that it would be no trouble for Miyamoto to send him $800 to cover the trip to Washington. He suggested a plan B, which involved flying Miyamoto to Chris's
How is
house
that an
instead,
$800
but
trip?
understood that it would be challenging given his busy schedule. When suggested that he should sell off his games to pay for his trip, Chris stated that he couldn't due to the history he had with them. He also talked about receiving a monthly social security payment for his disability, and then talked about the numerous times in his life he overcame the odds. On January 12th, the troll behind Greg Mays told Chris that he was actually Jason Kendrick Howell, and said that in order to regain access to Sonichu.net, he had to make a video announcing that he was either straight or gay, leaving the choice up to Chris. He made a 9-second long video stating that he was straight, holding up a poster of Britney Spears as proof.
Don't you forget it.
Insulted by its brevity, the one who called himself Jason ordered Chris to make a much longer video. He conceded, making a near 10-minute long video in which he professes that he is straight.
You know who I am. But I have randomly decided to make this video because I am sick of all the false accusations and rumors and slanders that have been going around on the internet against me. So I tell you for sure and for true that I am straight. Most of my friends in my life have been female. I've had only few male acquaintances, and they've definitely turned me off, the majority of them, because they are rude, crude, and inconsiderate, causing wars and such. But women are so kind and sweet,
Oh, excuse me.
and you don't have to look at any
Yeah.
of them in bikinis or in a nude to not to fail to see the beauty in each and every wonderful woman. You know, between them and me and the majority of the world, we all just want to be understood. And I understand the ladies. I understand the women.
He's gonna kill someone.
You can definitely see
I know how the end of this horror movie is gonna go.
the
He's
sheer
gonna kill
brilliance
someone.
of
A lot of someone's.
their delightful personalities between each and every one of them.
Well,
And just because they act in a harsh nature, even when they should be calm and peaceful, they still care about the men in their lives. And especially the children that she and her husband put together. Like I would be putting together with my sweetheart. My sweet panda. Never gonna give you up. I appreciate the inner beauty more than the outer beauty, but yet I am attracted to the outer beauty as well, as the majority of my gender should be able to appreciate. And Playboy has been able to help us in that sense to better relate and further our appreciation for the female species,
Look
the
out!
females, the women, the
Look
beautiful
out!
ladies.
There's an alien on you, Chris! Look out! And the
Well, I
alien
digress with
got him.
holding a Playboy. I still care about the women. And I even go as far as to stoop to one low level. Boobies. Vaginas.
Vagina.
Gorgeous.
Look out, Chris.
Christian
There's a
Weston
vagina.
Chandler. I am straight. Peace.
After the video was completed, Hal asked one more thing of Chris. Saddened by the loss of both of his own parents, he wanted Chris to make a video with Bob and Barb and have them express how proud they are of him. He said that he would film it soon. He never did. On January 15th,
I
2009,
couldn't say
Chris
it.
announced that Sonichu.net was restored and also uploaded a video officially denouncing ED.
I am hereby making it official and making a statement that majority to every single detail on that heinous page, a pack of lies, bunch of slanders, twists of
Erectile
my own
dysfunction.
actual words and drawings and such
here?
for the trolls
here.
/ internet bullies
Yeah,
own
I
evil.
Okay.
I'm good natured, but I will show my fangs when I have to. Only when I have to. I'm showing my fangs right now against that page.
He also thanks Sarah McKenzie and the Sonichu girls for their ability to appreciate and understand him for who he is.
So I'm making it official. Nobody will be allowed or ever able to use anything on that page, that Encyclopedia Dramatica or something similar along the lines of running to Christian Weston Chandler or Christopher Weston Chandler, or even Christopher Christian Weston Chandler or Christian Christopher Weston Chandler, among those names. I curse y'all to bad luck and extreme misfortune. Shinye Hame Ha! That bastard, Jason Kendrick Howe, the guy who originally started the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, hacked my tripod account the first time, and after recovering the password and full capability of the tripod account, he just hacked into it again. So in the future, from this point on, it's sonichu.info. Info.
On January 17th, the troll masquerading as Jason Kendrick Howell revealed himself to be Ryan Cash's older brother, Clyde Cash. Refusing to believe this latest revelation, he continued to refer to the troll as Howl and left an angry message on his voicemail.
Jason Kendrick Howe, you bastard! Bastard! You hacked into everything! You have driven me so beyond the wall I can't even describe it! You love me now, but I pray you dead!
With Troll's moves and behavior becoming predictable, Chris could have had the sense to ignore them, as he had stated before, and not fuel the fire. He could have realized that the trolls only craved for attention and would grow in tenacity once noticed. Clyde Cash would prove to be no different. What made him this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
Ohio, Mr. Miyamoto-san. I have decided to do this video standing up as I felt it more appropriate, so that I could also allow myself to bow for your presence and such.
On January 17th, 2009, Chris filmed a video to convince Shigeru Miyamoto that he was the true Christian Weston Chandler.
I covered my number on there. If you look at in one point of view, you can see the Virginia and the state numbers on there. And also, Mr. Miyamoto, my Wii remote and nunchuck. We would like to play, to quote the commercial in an honorable way, if I may. So, Mr. Miyamoto, please do not quote me as a troll, because I am the real deal. Believe me. And hopefully I will be able to meet with you in Redmond as soon as possible. I'll be talking to my church congregation tomorrow. And I wish you a pleasant day, Miyamoto-san. Sayonara for now.
Later in a Skype chat, Julie convinced Christian to make a video reasserting his heterosexuality.
Just to let everybody in my fan base and on the internet know, I am straight. I am straight. And no slanderous troll is gonna alter me in such way. I'm straight. Straight? Believe me. I have a subscription to Playboy. And look at my eyes, my face. I can't be more serious than how I am right now. Those damn slanderous trolls. Damn them all to hell. And another thing, you slanderous trolls. You can kiss my foot. And you know what else?
He stomps on an unused vibrator that he got as a free gift with a purchase from AdamEve.com.
And don't you forget it. How about the rest of y'all, the true good citizens? Peace and have a good day.
On that same day, Clyde Cash hacked into Chris's AOL account and sent an email to Cash's other persona, Miyamoto, posing as Christian. I just wanted to let you know that I, Christian Weston Chandler, have come out of the closet. I am gay. I've been ashamed to admit it for so long, but I don't think I need to hide it from y'all. I hope you understand and support me for the path I've chosen in life. And if anyone is offended by what I've decided, please forgive me. I am sorry, but I cannot live a lie any longer. I have never been straight. I am gay and always have been. Yours truly, Christian Weston Chandler. It was possibly around this time that a select few trolls, including Clyde Cash, CogsDev, and BlueSpike, among others, formed an alliance called the Private Villa of Corrupted Citizens, named after the villainous organization.
So, when I was a teenager, my brother left his Facebook login on the family computer, and I posted a very similar message. Where I posted it as a status, a very like official. It's awful, but it's really funny. A very official status, like a very official like coming out post. And it was one of his most liked posts I think he's ever made. Well, I think has ever been made on his account. Like so many people were like, "I'm so happy for you! Congratulations!" So pissed off at me, but it was gold. Whee! We all did stupid teenage hijinks. Don't judge me.
Of the Sonichu comics. They would secretly discuss future trolling schemes and organize and orchestrate interactions with Christian in order to effectively manipulate him into providing whatever kind of content they were seeking. They desired to be the sole manipulators of Chris, and eventually resisted acceptance of new members, at most having no more than 50 members at any one time. On January 19th, Chris let Julie know that he received a death threat against his family over the phone, attributing it to Clyde Cash. In response, he made a video begging that Clyde move on from tormenting him.
Clyde, I'm sorry your brother died. Well, that doesn't mean you have to go picking on me for the cause of his death, because I did not do it personally to him, and I did not mean to do it. I'm just an innocent bystander in all this. You don't have to do anything mean. I mean, would Ryan want you to go doing anything stupid as torturing other people or even go as far as killing them? You don't have to do this. Just live on your life and move on. You'll find yourself a girlfriend, and she'll make you happier than possibly how Ryan could have done it. I mean, I feel for you, man. I mean, my dog died. I was sad. I cried for weeks. But yet, I got over it. I saw Patty in my dreams, and she reassured me that she was okay, and that God is taking good care of her. And with that, I was able to move on, live my life a little bit more happier and more luckily. Been over 2 years now since she died. You'll find a lot of other things that make you about as or greater than happy as you were with Ryan around. Just take it one day at a time, one moment at a time. You'll get over it. Peace, man.
He also wrote another email to Miyamoto, telling him that the previous email was penned by an imposter, and reasserted that he was actually a straight man. He let Miyamoto know that he had sent him a letter containing original Sonichu and Rosechu drawings, and a photocopy of his driver's license, enclosed in an envelope personalized with a hand-drawn Sonichu on it. The following day, he completed his PowerPoint presentation about the history of Sonichu, with the intention of sending it to Nintendo. On January 20th, Christian took part in an IRC chat which included Clyde Cash, and someone who called himself Billy Mays, playing the part of the well-known infomercial salesperson, replicating the high volume of his voice by typing his messages in all caps. Chris tried to convince Clyde to stop threatening him by likening Cash's loss with the death of his dog, Patty. Clyde claimed that he raped Sarah Mackenzie. Chris didn't respond. While his detractors continued to call him lazy and deceitful, he said that he was bravely standing up to them, like a warrior. Clyde and Mays then proceeded to call him gay, citing the photo of him in his mother's underwear as proof. Chris defended himself by admitting that he owned numerous pairs of dirty crapped briefs as a result of poop sliding out of him without his knowledge. He further mentioned a paper he wrote featuring Sonichu called Heterosexual Homoeroticism in Internet Subcultures, a case study, which would allegedly be published in a future issue of the Journal of Gay and Lesbian Subculture Studies. He also revealed via a fabricated image that the fan club had made a Sonichu float for San Francisco's Gay Pride Parade. Riley highlighted the supposed homosexual nuances featured in the comics, such as the significance of rainbow imagery, male-looking female characters, and his flamboyant fashion sense. He then revealed Christian's personals page on the Hook Cafe website. After the non-stop berating, Chris unleashed his frustrations. "Get it through your thick skulls as you f***ing possibly can. I am f***ing straight for women, their vaginas, their breasts, and most importantly, I am straight for their individual sweetness." The following day, Chris and Clyde met again over IRC. Early in the chat, Panda herself appeared and confessed to Chris that Clyde Cash had raped her, taking her virginity. Christian hardly acknowledged it, allowing Sarah and Clyde to discuss it amongst themselves. She revealed that she got pregnant. Despite Cash admitting that he was willing to move in with her to support the baby, Christian said that he still loved her and would care for the child as if it were his own. He stated that he wouldn't object if Sarah chose to be with Clyde instead of him. Panda then told him that she will hand the child over to Cash if Sonichu became successful worldwide and would move in with Chris and have lots of sex with him. If this condition wasn't met, she would live with Clyde instead. On the same day, Christian addressed the recent hacks of his websites.
In addition to my previous denouncing of the Sonichu.net, I have also denounced Sonichu.info since that got hacked into on around the 18th of January. So as of the 18th, I've denounced ScienceU.info. But I promise every one of you, my loyal, true ScienceU fans, especially the ScienceU girls, and while I respect men in general, I hate the homos. I actually do have a past story, as I have realized from repressed memories back from the Greene County days. But I will not go further than that because y'all would have a field day. I'm straight and nothing is going to change that.
Later that day, he informed Miyamoto that he will arrive in Redmond, Washington soon. He also attached his Sonichu PowerPoint presentation. The next day, Chris apparently left for Nintendo of America headquarters in Redmond to meet with Shigeru. No online activity from him until January 26,
2009. I just got back. I set myself to Redmond. It was a good trip. Flew all the way there and all the way back. Boy, my arms are tired. That's no joke. Anyway, the Sonic in the video game project, it's all off the ground and it's all progressing. I'm not at liberty to discuss it any further beyond that, as I have made the agreement with Mr. Miyamoto upon such. Anyway, that's it for now, and I will try to answer as many emails as possible at my earliest convenience within my busy hours. Thank you very much for your patience. Have a good day.
he quickly took the video offline, claiming he was ordered to do so by Nintendo. After being confronted by Miyamoto via email, Christian confessed that he never went to the supposed meeting. I am not lazy, Mr. Miyamoto, and I am terribly sorry for angering you. I meant no harm. Please, Mr. Miyamoto, do not cancel everything. I come from a mother and father who were of great business practices, and yet I lack a bunch of experiences that they had that I require. I have given greatest effort to perform to your wishes. I have given greatest effort to raise the money for the money locally, but I could not find local emotional and financial support, even from my own mother and father, my church's congregation, and my attorney. I have worked very hard on that PowerPoint presentation, and worked very hard when I drew up the CAD plans for Quickville Shopping Mall. I did a hefty amount of thinking in that video and sending all that to Redmon, yet to see all that work fall into discarded abyss. I've worked my mind, my body, and my soul very hard in all my works, and I'm not lazy. Please, Mr. Miyamoto, grant me another chance to make up for my past mistakes from my hard work. I promise you that I, Christian Weston Chandler, can and will do a lot better than before, and be more capable of meeting with you in the near future. In response to this, Clyde Cash assumed the identity of the then president of Nintendo of America, Reggie Fils-Aimé, to scold Chris. I'm known to be a loudmouth. I don't take crap from anyone. So if you are easily offended, I suggest you stop reading. But don't worry, I'll try to go easy on you. Keyword being try here. But with that out of the way, I just want to say something to you personally. May I kindly ask, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you for real or what? I was there for everything. I saw Miyamoto waiting for up to 2 days in the bitter cold for you to show up, and you stood him up. I was even there trying to arrange everything for you, even setting up someone to escort you to our building complete with bodyguards and full security, because I knew you were concerned about safety. And for what? So you could just not show up? I mean, I don't even know what to think. It's just completely unbelievable.
I love the
Think
mental
about what
image
happened
of
if you did go,
Miyamoto
and you had to ask
sadly
mommy and
waiting
daddy
in the
for an
rain,
okay on everything.
sitting on a park
Imagine what a
bench
complete
waiting for
disaster that would be.
Christian.
I mean, listen, simply put, you are not fit to do business with us, as you are not even in a position where you can make your own decisions, which is vital to survive in the workplace, and even life in general. After a few more exchanges, Reggie admitted that Nintendo had lost interest in Sonichu. We're not interested in your project. I've seen the PowerPoint. Apart from the fact that you are unable to manage for yourself, the PowerPoint really was the final straw. It was filled with gratuitous and shameless drawings, with every other frame showing some form of partial nudity or characters making out with each other. This decision is final. We are not going to do business with you, and that is all. Sort out your own life. We cannot help you. Christian disagreed with his assessment of the PowerPoint presentation. There was positively no nudity at all in the PowerPoint presentation. And what the heck is wrong with true love and kissing? Are you a virgin yourself? Have you had a bunch of bad dates? Or are you so close-minded and red-necked True love is a truly sacred bond between woman and man, and when they are together, they get attracted to each other very much to kiss and later make love. God and Jesus wants us all to experience and share true straight love. There is nothing objectionable from that. I am a man who stands for true love and honesty in comics and in real life, although I am still a frustrated virgin with autism on the side. At least I am making a positive difference in keeping true love between only woman and man in my actions. On a side note, I despise all homosexual males, period. Also, I bet you probably smoke and drink, don't you? I speak against those as well, since they are tools to speed you to death with cancer, liver problems, bar fights, and automobile accidents. Give up the habits. They are beyond gross and disgusting.
I haven't had a
Sigh.
drink in a while.
On January 30th, Chris released a video addressing the events of the past few days.
I respectfully detract the previous statement I made, where I said the bit Nintendo of America, because the president of the company, Reggie Phil-Imes, has blatantly canceled the project, and also I'm respectfully doing this retraction, but also I'm putting in my own 2 cents because Reggie has just made a step too far. Mr. Jaime has lost my respect because he objects true love. I mean, it's between straight lovers. Are objectionable. Very objectionable. I hate them. But when it's between a male and a female, it's true love and honesty. So, Mr. Imes, you've lost my respect.
It's not Christian, of course.
And you have crossed the line.
Look at him,
And
he's
if you
a
want to see me in
superhero.
court, I'll see you in Charlottesville court. And I'm doing this parody of Sailor Moon
He's
in
fighting all
response
the
to
bullies.
the
He's fighting
Lost
Reggie
Sailor Moon
Fils-Aimé
title
and
that would have been
Nintendo of
released in
America.
Japan for Nintendo Wii. Go
He's
ahead,
fighting
come
off
on.
all
I'll see you.
trolls
I'll
and
see
haters.
you,
He's
Reggie,
gonna
and
beat
Mr.
'em all.
Miyamoto. I'll
He's
see you both in
winning.
court, Charlottesville, Virginia court. I have a slaw, a grand number of family and friends locally that will defend me in my character. So let's see what you
He's
got.
fighting all the haters and the
Peace.
bullies
He
and the
swiftly
trolls.
removed this video as well, issuing another a day later in its place.
I
He's gonna
respectfully
show
retract
Reggie.
the previous video I uploaded,
Look out, Reggie Fils-Aimé's
and I wish
behind
to
you.
apologize humbly for it. I want Mr. Miyamoto, at least, to be able to,
Look out, he's
you know,
behind
make
you.
himself
Reggie
present
Fils-Aimé's
himself
coming for
personally,
you. Look out,
or at least to send something in the snail mail to prove that I have been talking to the real man himself, to my family. Because, you know, my mommy and daddy, they love me and care about me very much, and they just get concerned when I talk to other people on the internet and they're not sure about who.
I do dear. When are we gonna collab? When are we gonna collab the Chris Chan Sonichu game? Chris Chan Sonichu. When are we gonna collab the game? Chris Chan Sonichu. When are we gonna collab this? Baby. What are you doing, Kitty? Oh, yeah. whenever they kick in. We can do
Sorry, B7 Guzman asks, to all the boys with a Z, this guy's crazy, it seems to me like the quote-unquote golden age of internet humor and original content is over, with now, in parentheses, aside from the good work you guys are involved with, of course, what do y'all see yourselves doing in 2019? Or 2019?
Doing your mom, doing your mom.
That's what we're all gonna be doing.
No, you straight up.
2019 is what, 5 years? Oh god, it's 4 years away now, pretty much. 5 years away. Corey, what will you be doing in the year 2019? In 5 years, 4 years?
Same thing. It's like 4 years from now. Nothing's gonna fucking change. I mean,
Well, you were in a different place 4 years ago. I mean, 5 years ago.
It's hard to say. When you
I didn't know you 5 years ago.
When you deal with future stuff, you look at stuff now. Like what
would you like to be doing in 5 years?
What I'm doing now is working and animating and doing the same fucking thing.
What are you going to be animating? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you want to have done by then?
I know what you're
going
going to be doing. You're going to be working with me on this game we're working on now. Still in 5 years.
You think in 5 years?
No, yeah, we are. But I think it'll be more fleshed out, and then it'll be pro.
In 5 years?
I think we'll be like patting each other on the back.
God,
whenever we have an idea.
Holy shit.
The real look of dread just hit Jeff in the face.
Jeff, let me tell you something. I've lived here 3 years.
Two.
2 years.
Yeah.
And time hasn't flown
If we're not
by
done,
fucking
if we're not done by then, I'm killing myself.
Hold on.
I'm serious.
Before you
6
pull the
years
trigger-
after that,
Before
that's
you-
still not
Jeff,
done.
I joined
It's
this
been 10
to
years
keep-
and that's
to
still
keep-
not done.
you
That
gotta-
really hurt.
I joined this
Yeah, you can talk about
so
it.
you didn't kill yourself.
I appreciate it.
Jeff, what do you want to be?
Jeff Ariel Minkelstein.
Ideally, I would like to be done this huge game I'm working on. It be a success, and maybe just to change things up a bit, maybe I could be pitching like an animated show. I'd like to be working on maybe an animated show, perhaps.
I would.
Although I'm greatly enjoying working on the game, but once it's done, maybe just do something a little different.
I'm kind of the same way. I would really be like the extra cog in the wheel that helps push the thing and everything. And then after that, I would like to see myself actually animating a fucking series or something, making my own. Because I have ideas. I've had ideas for fucking ever. But I feel like now at this point, it's kind of like I'm not gonna waste my time doing like fucking game parodies or shit I give no shits about, unless it's like something I'm legitimately serious about. Like back then when I used to make like stuff like.
Yeah. So, Chris, what about you? What do you see yourself doing in 4 or 5 years in the far-off year of 2019?
I want to be producing
Producing what?
good content that I wrote.
What do you want to have done by then? Like, what would you like to have accomplished in the next couple of years? 5 years?
I don't know, make something, I don't fucking know. I don't have any plans. Make whatever.
Just
Die.
Just rolling with it.
Yeah.
Just rolling with the.
I definitely want to make something longer than 20 minutes at some point, and then after that I would like to fucking be the director and have everyone do what I want and fucking not worry about shit.
Would you like people to say?
I honestly do think I'm nearing the end of fucking enjoying animating long like cartoons. I can't do it anymore. It's just it takes too long, and then
there's such a little game.
all the ones that I do finish are always the ones that people are like, oh, I didn't like that one, and then you do something fucking shitty and stupid, and it's like, that was the funniest thing you ever did. It's like, great.
Would you like to see an internet debate with people debating whether you or Hans Zimmer are better?
Oh my god. Hans Zimmer is definitely better, but that doesn't make his music any more bland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we all just want to be rich and famous.
Yeah, I just want to be able to have.
I want to be able to make stuff and not worry about the money that costs to do
Yeah,
it.
you know what I want?
I don't wanna-
Do you know what I want? I want to be able to walk into a fucking sandwich store, a fucking bar, and be like, "What's that? Give me the most expensive martini you got."
No, seriously, my
Make it
financially,
snappy.
my only goal financially is just to
Yeah.
not just to walk somewhere and be like, I don't check my bank account to see if I want to eat food.
Exactly.
Or get something.
I just want to.
Oh,
walk.
I could just go out to eat tonight.
I want to walk. I want to go hang out with my
Fucking-
friends and be like, "Oh man, that seafood was so great. Oh, $30. Don't worry, I got it."
Yeah, instead of shaking my hand and like collecting pennies from under corners and
Yeah,
like coughing.
I'm gonna be like, hold on,
in the
and
winter
fucking
cold.
spill like old man coins everywhere.
Well, my goal is slightly, by 2015. Let's see, that's 4 years away. be an old man by then.
I bet you guys will be much more well off.
I would have
by then.
liked to at least had one season of a TV show, at least one. That's all I want, just to get my foot in the
You
door
finally
and
got
experience
some
that.
justice
I
in
want
the
to
TV
have
show.
one weed.
One weed?
The amazingly
After all these
wanted
years of
Zack
fucking weed
Handle
grades, you can
smile.
Can I have
have one big
Can I have a
weed.
weed, please?
I want to go to the biggest dealer there is and be like, give me one weed.
He'll be like, his jaw will start quivering, he'll drop his bag, and be like, this guy wants one weed, sir. And he's like, one weed? He's like, get it for him!
You can join the weed creed.
You should have like a little
weed crew.
series called like Corey Shorts. So it's like
Why?
you just like film you going to like a drug dealer. One weed, please.
He
And
fucking
then
gets shot
a
to death.
fucking gun gets pointed at my face
Yeah,
in
then he
like
shoots you,
like this
and
angle
that's
in the
it.
fucking frame, and then it's like cut to black.
Can I just say something though about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
question? He wrote the words "golden age" in quotations, but he still wrote the word "golden age."
Oh, like internet humor was better.
Can I just say
years ago?
this is a common incorrect belief. People say, "Oh, the golden age of online animation is dead." You guys, if you really think there was a golden age of online animation, you're too young to be. You were too young or not even born.
I mean, the
to,
animation
Yeah.
sucked.
the animation sucked. There were more parodies, not less. The humor was worse. If anything, all that's happened since like 2005 to 8, people think, oh, back in 2009, it was so good. Back in 2010, no.
You could watch.
You were too young
you
to
could
remember how
watch-
fucking.
You could watch Sonic versus Mario, and then next you could watch Zelda Goes to the Drugstore.
And that wasn't
difference-
a knock on that question. I'm just saying this is.
No,
I
no,
see this
that's
so.
just-
I
I'm
see this
just
so
saying,
often.
The only
Back
difference
then,
is
it was
Adam
more-
Adam fucking Phillips gave up to do freelance. He's actually storyboarding for Bob's Burgers. That's the only difference I see.
Is
that
he
he's-
really?
Yeah, he's doing stuff for Bob's Burgers
Holy
now.
shit!
Yeah, he's the coolest dude.
We love Adam Phillips. This is to you.
Adam Phillips, you were a faggot.
Adam Phillips,
Like monkey clips.
did you do the Beast in the Woods? Isn't that what it's called?
The beast.
Bitey and
Bitey.
Brackenwood. stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he's super talented.
That was
Can I
really good.
tell a short
That's-
story about Adam
that-
Phillips?
Yeah.
I feel bad because like
You called him a dirty Aussie fag boy.
I did, but that's not what I'm talking about. I don't even know him, so I didn't say that. But I like to
I
meet him
am a
because I'm
fag
curious
nerd.
because like
I
everyone's
can
like, oh,
listen
Adam
to
Phillips
his-
is amazing. He's so
He is.
cool.
He's so
But it's like
friendly.
I don't know who the fuck he is, and then I see him and I'm
He's
like, who is this? Who is this cat?
Look up Adam
Well,
Phillips
I
on
am
Google. You'll
gay.
see some of his
I'm
work.
a
He's really
very
talented.
gay.
Tom and myself and Stamper were making a game in 2006
Give me your
based
Senate.
on.
Oh yeah, I know what you're
Oh,
gonna
do
say.
you remember what his name is? I forget his name
It was,
now.
I feel bad.
Kevin.
Before I say something,
He was Britney Spears' boyfriend, right?
I want to say
Kevin
what?
Federline.
Tom.
Kevin Federline.
Kevin Federline, yeah. Tom, myself, and Stamper were making a game based on Kevin Federline where you beat up Britney Spears. It's really weird. You can juggle her baby and stuff with punches, but
Wow.
we did all the art and we did everything with the game, and then we said at the time Adam Phillips was like huge, like he had like the best animation on the fucking internet, and we
Yeah.
said, well, we'd like him to be part of this game. So we're like, cool, what can we have him do? Because like the whole game was almost done, and we didn't want to take up all his time, so we
Can have blood effects.
well, that was close. At the end of the game, Adam Phillips
Yeah.
starts piss. You can piss on like Britney, and we said, what if we got Adam to animate the piss?
It's like
So
a
he basically animated one piss droplet and then gave it back to us. And Tom coded it so the piss would go all over the fucking screen, but he animated it. It's like the credits are like Stamper, Johnny Utah, Tom Pulp, and it's like in special thanks to Adam Phillips for the piss droplet.
That's sweet.
Anyways,
But I just wanted to dispel the rumor that I hear a lot
Honestly-
from younger guys who are like 13 to 15 to maybe 17 who say there was a golden age and now it's all dead. No, you're too young to remember how it was worse back then.
there will
I'm
always
sorry.
be good humor. There will always be bad.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of obnoxious, shitty, corny humor today, but
It was- I would
existed
say
back then,
it's-
too.
I
only
feel
difference
like
between-
things change with age. Like different things that you didn't find funny before become funnier the older you get.
And I would even say, go back and watch the
that's
stuff,
funny.
the stuff that you think is golden. Go back and watch it. It's not that good. Like the people who, I mean, it's still good for what it was. But if you go back and watch the stuff now that you think is the golden age, it's honestly it's whatever. The only difference between now and then, there's exact same amount of parodies. I would say more parodies today. The only difference is today that people are better at animating.
Do you know what I feel like more or less this falls into?
What's
I
that?
feel like a lot of people let nostalgia clog their vision.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just
Like,
nostalgia. I was
they remember the
Animation's
good
gotten
times.
way better.
yeah.
They remember the good times. Where and that's another thing too. Like you see these animators, you see animations from like, and then you see fucking animators now, and they're like, because the bar is like set and they're like, I gotta be like these motherfuckers. So
Corey,
they're like
Legendary
doing.
Frog was the golden age.
Yeah.
He was. He really.
No,
like,
he really
that,
was. And then you look at this stuff now, and it's just like it's insane.
I used to think Return of Ganondorf was the funniest thing ever. And I watched it like recently. I was like, holy fuck. It's not knocking him or anything, but I was just like,
it's
Jesus Christ. I used to think this was hilarious.
It's like, have you ever wanted to play a PlayStation 2 game that you've been craving? You're like, man, I want to play that game. And you play it, and you're just like, this game's fucking
I knew the guy who did those Napster Bad cartoons. They were like on the forefront of like new internet animation with
What's
Flash.
Napster?
Napster Bad. You don't know
What's
what
that?
Napster is?
Napster?
Napster?
Who's Napster?
You nobody's heard of Napster?
I know what Napster
Napster
was.
is.
Napster was that big mobile phone company
Yeah.
that sold fucking ringtones.
Is that what you're talking about?
Are you guys fucking with me?
The Napster ad company. Napster, that you steal, like...
I mean, I'm just showing my fucking age.
Was it,
I don't
was
know.
it Napster,
Holy
the
shit.
music website? That
Yeah, it was
they
like
got in trouble
it was
legally,
like
right?
the first like torrenting like
Yeah, the music stuff,
not
right?
torrent. Yeah, it's like you share music.
I'm pretty sure Napster
LimeWire.
also did that
was
mobile phone
LimeWire
shit.
for us. That was
Yeah.
LimeWire.
I do remember
Napster was before Lime. Napster was the first.
Napster was like 2000, 1989.
Okay,
And there was like a
LimeWire
cat
was
head logo.
Yeah.
I remember.
I swear to God,
LimeWire was like 2005, 2004.
Napster had those ads on TV where it's like send a text message to blah blah blah, and we'll send you these wallpapers and ringtones.
Yeah, they changed into that. Basically, yeah, just to get not to
At
get off
first,
topic.
though.
There was Napster. There was a big controversy. Metallica was pissed off because their music was being
A
shared
lot of
on
artists,
Napster.
a lot of artists hated them.
So a guy who actually became like my boss for a while, he animated the series called Napster Bad, where James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich were cartoon characters, and James Hetfield would be like Napster Bad, and he like swing his arm across the screen. But they were popular on the internet for a while. Yeah, they were like some of the first Flash cartoons.
Because it was controversial. Because it was like, it was topical.
They were actually not. He animated. It was very crude. The animation was crude, but it was very lively, and they were very popular at the time.
That's cool.
In like 2001 or something.
And see, this kind of falls into like the question. It's not on the paper, but it's kind of like the same vein. It's like so I'm going to be treading on water, and this is the only time I will ever talk about this. But the topic of Chris Chan.
Okay.
Because Chris Chan, as gay as it is to say, was a big part of my life back in fucking 2007 because I made the animated series. And that's how, I mean, you guys...
That is how you pretty much got your start.
Yeah, and I didn't even fucking know anyone. I just I thought this guy was fucking hilarious, and I thought he was a joke, like a troll, and then I found out later he wasn't, and it like, I was fascinated. It sparked my curiosity for that kind of stuff.
He's definitely like the only weird autistic person I would call almost brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
exactly. He made like
He's
a
a comedic
series.
genius.
He made
He
a
is.
series. He based his entire life, and he created like crayon copyrights, like fucking like Crayola crayons, like a 5-year-old would draw. And there are 12-year-olds who have better art styles and art talent than him. And he fucking like made a series with Pokemon and Sonic. Sorry, but one of the most autistic franchises out there. And he put them together, and he made Sonichu. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I suckered in, and I was into the whole trolling thing, and for 4 years of my fucking life, I used MS Paint, I animated crudely, like Ren and Stimpy style drawings, overly grotesque fucking Chris Chan stuff that I eventually made like a big part of my life, because that's how I started getting like attention and shit. And then it just became sadder the more Chris Chan went on. Like, he became a tranny, and then his dad died, and then everyone's like, you should make fun of Chris Chan. It's like, dude, his fucking family's dead. His house burned down. And he's trying to make money on eBay, and people are still trolling him and fucking with him. I know he's a despicable person because he's like racist and stupid and ignorant and horrible.
His life adventures were amazing.
Yes,
for a while.
they were. He was just like, it was incredible. If Chris Bors had a build up like that, I'm sure Chris Bors would be the legacy he could have been.
It's looking at Chris Chan's life is like looking at Walter White's life. He starts
It
off like
is.
somebody completely.
I don't even know
somebody
who Walter White is, but I
different.
know that he like
from Breaking
completely
Bad.
changed, because he starts off being like, no homos, I ain't no gay, and then he's like putting his hair up. He's like, this is how you apply lipstick.
I'm saying if you watch the last, if you watch the last episode and you watch the first episode, it's a completely different show.
And there's like chronologically
Chris
ordered.
Chan.
There's an archive, because let me tell you something. If you thought Chris Chan was like autistic, there are people who have archived him eating, breathing, and shitting, and it's on his website.
There's video of him as a little kid winning some contest.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's actually like because he won a Sonic contest ages ago, and that's what sparked his like fandom thing.
His ranting on like not liking black girls because they're black, and
No,
there's like some audio of him trying to talk a GameStop manager.
Yes, there's so much ignorance.
Because he got kicked out, he's trying to get back into the store. I never laughed harder.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he may go to the car with his mom.
Yeah. Like Chris Chan he's an enigma, which to so many people they thought he was a troll. Because they're like, there's no way this motherfucker is real, because it's like he's the most saddest human being ever. And it's sad because it's like I spent 4 years of my life fucking with him, and like people are like, bring it back. And I'm like, no, let it die. It's like, it's depressing.
Yeah.
It's not the golden age, it's the depressing age.
And Harry Partridge, he's like he loves Chris Chan too.
Yeah, he told me.
And I think I don't know if this is well known. I don't think he'd care if we shared it, but I think he contacted Chris Chan once.
Yeah, I think he said that.
He mentioned he's like I'd like to make a game with you.
Yeah.
And Chris Chan actually turned Harry down. Like, Harry's one of the best fucking animators on the internet.
He did.
And Chris Chan is like, well, you don't have like a Disney style.
You're not good enough.
No,
You're not good enough.
I'm telling you right now. That's the thing about Chris Chan. He's super conceited. He's super full of himself. And it's funny too because like he makes videos where he's like, hey y'all. He's like having like a presentation with fucking PowerPoint and like baby tools and like his Hasbro like fucking keyboard. And he's like present because he's very professionally presents stuff. And he's like, yeah, here's a picture a fan made. It's like really fucking well done. And he's like, yeah, she ruined the tail. It ruined the picture, so I made a new one. And then he made it. But he's like, but I appreciate fan stuff. But he will never accept the fact that someone is a better artist than him. He will always say he's a better artist. So he has to be the lead animator, the lead writer, the lead director, the lead voice actor, and you can just be a fan. That's what he would do.
I just have all these memories of him, like him running around a park with a female like sports bra on.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
So, didn't somebody dress him up normal and pretend? They said, "Listen, just act. Here, we're gonna put some fake tattoos on you, and we're gonna put you. Just act like this whole time your entire life has been like a trolling."
That backfired
and
on him
it almost was convincing.
But it backfired on him because like this other fucking Chris Chan came in and said like that's just Ian Brandon Anderson because his name on the fucking
he's
website
an imposter.
Was I am Chandler, and he's like that is a troll name. My name is Chris. Like it's funny because he's literally convinced people are telling the truth and not fucking with him. Someone would go up to him and be like, Chris Chan, I just sold fucking 40 paper medallions online. I'm making millions of dollars. And he'd come online and be like, goddamn trolls are selling my merchandise.
He gives out his personal information. He's like, this is my phone number, but don't call me.
Yes, he's a retard. He said it himself, so I can say that. And it's sad because like now it's like people link me stuff still because there's those diehard, and it's like, man, I don't care. It's depressing. I don't care. It's funny to see that he's still freaking out about Sonic and shit and still like complaining.
Well,
and it's
I got my laughs. out of it.
Yeah, it's like it's over. Dude,
Do you guys have any life advice?
Life advice.
Just little things that
challenge yourself. Don't be lazy. Don't make excuses.
Do your laundry on Sundays.
That you don't have the time to do things. You have the time.
Advice?
Just life advice. Yeah, one of the things I've learned from living with people in college and just seeing stuff is do your laundry once a week. Don't let it fucking pile up. It's such a small thing. Even don't wait for all your laundry to be ready to wash and then wash it. It's a horrible idea.
That's what I do.
You shouldn't.
It's such a bad idea. It's so much easier. Just do your laundry once a week. No matter how much you have, just do it and it's done.
If you're renting an apartment,
it's a good
always
idea.
keep it clean because you never know when some dickhead is going to show up and want to inspect your apartment and you're like, oh, sorry, my kitchen is a fucking disaster.
In general, do stuff as you go. Don't wait for it to all pile up. So if clean your room as you go every day.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but it's like.
I mean, I don't really know how to do my taxes.
I was gonna say taxes. Taxes are like writing checks and stuff.
Dude, that's a necessity of living. If you live and you're a human being and you pay more than 12 grand or whatever the fucking prerequisite for paying taxes is, you better do.
It blows my mind. They don't have a fucking class in school teaching you this stuff.
I know. I was talking to my fucking parents about that, and I'm like, can you explain to me why we're learning I mean, no offense, but we're learning about shit like fucking social studies, and they're like, you have to know this stuff. And then you get to fucking college and the stuff they're teaching you, like your pre-college classes, it's like, this is how you do college, where yada yada stupid shit, fold your books this way, you're like a Melvin, and it's like, hey, where's the fucking taxes class? How do you do this shit?
Yeah.
I don't want to go to
If they
jail.
taught you how to do taxes, how to fucking write checks,
How to
live,
car insurance, life insurance, insurance, all this nonsense.
I had to do fucking Irish and religion. I could have learned how to do taxes. And
Yeah, where's it's like excuse me, you're gonna need to
no
know
one
this
cares
stuff or
about
you're gonna go to
fucking Irish.
jail.
Fucking stupid as dead language. No one cares. I'm speaking English and I'm fucking so happy. If I was speaking Irish, my life would be ruined.
You're going hoity. Like you gotta know this stuff.
If I was speaking Irish, my life would be legitimately horrible.
You're required to learn fucking hoity-toity.
Yes. And I can't even remember a word of it because I hated it so much.
Tell me some eyes related.
Unwil Catagum Dolgadi and Lanris Mashe de Hole means can I go to the bathroom, please?
You know how to take a piss in Irish?
Yes.
Jeff, did you guys take
You
any
spent
WORL
all
language
night one day
classes?
fucking learning
I
that
took
one.
German.
No, I only know
because
because I used to ask it every day in Irish class.
I took German too for the same reason.
I'm not very good at learning
Do you
another
recall
language.
any of it?
No,
I remember like
Ich,
two
ich habe
words.
schreiben is I have a pencil.
Wait,
I know how to count to 10. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's
Wie
1 to
heißt
10.
du?
Yeah.
I can speak Spanish.
I took Spanish every year and don't know a fucking word of it. Look, wait, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
all I fucking
Dude,
know.
let me tell you
1
something.
through 5.
Do you know what's funny? Growing up in high school, it's like all our fucking like classes were based entirely off of what you do. So
Yeah.
it's like, don't go to French class, you just get fucking homework all day. Go to Spanish, you get to make food. It's like don't go to German, they fucking give you homework all day. So it's
Dude,
like
I
guess I'm
voluntarily
going to
took German
Spanish
because I
class
was
'cause
better
wanna
than
eat
it was.
burritos.
I voluntarily took German because it was better than Spanish. I think German's a cool language. It's much sharper. I took 12 years, basically, 12 years of fucking Spanish and know how to count to 5. That's all I retain.
That's the same
If I go to
with me.
Mexico and the cartel capture me, they're speaking to me, I'll be like, uno, dos, tres, to fucking behead me. I won't know how to fucking save my own life.
You're like, oh no.
It's like,
That's
At
the
least,
same,
if I get captured by Germans, I can like say, "How are you? Can I show up with a pencil?"
this guy's like, he's like, convince me not to kill you, and you're like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
What's he saying? He's like, I don't know. He's counting.
I gotta go.
He's counting. He's casting his spell. Let's run away. He's counting his spell.
Yeah, what if the
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Hello? I gotta go. My
You're
sleeping
very
pills are
laughing,
kicking in.
you're funny.
You guys have a wonderful night. Goodbye, Julia.
Cigar,